Fuck her off, Charlotte.
Now, as we know, Charlotte can be, me speaking objectively, a bit sloppy, can somewhat be a bit stiff. Ronda's the
No.
perfect opponent for her because obviously being a former cage fighter as she was, she doesn't mind it stiff. Although she did mind it stiff when Holly Holm knocked her out.
That is a good point.
But, Tim, I think we can speak to this from watching the NXT Charlotte. Like, she's good at these kind of grinding matches where it's like not really like a ton of huge high spots and stuff, where it's just kind of like grounded and beating the piss out of each other.
Right. And it's,
yeah.
Not,
she
like
can
you
do
said,
that pretty well.
High spots, but like big moves. It's like it's sort of big move after big move. And I mean, Charlotte can eat some shit. I mean, she's a hoss. Like
right. Yeah, like she could do this whole Ronda like working the mat and.
I've always thought the same about Charlotte as I'm not her biggest fan by any stretch of the imagination, but what she does well, she does very well.
Yeah.
And I say this about Sasha as well. When she tries to work out with herself, with her ability, it all goes wrong. She's not limited in what she can do. She's more limited than others. But what she does well, she does very well. If that makes sense at all.
It's that thing of when you only know how to hit one style of match, or she's only been trained one style, and you have to, when you try and get outside that box, that's when she struggles.
Well, I think she is what she is. Just like it wouldn't make sense for like, the Big Show to try to work a fucking high flying lucha match. It's just, and I don't know why. But the thing is, like, Charlotte has the gymnastics background, so of course you're going to get like her one signature high spot per match. But that's really sort of, and I think she does generally do a good job of staying within. I don't want to say staying within her lane, but she does know what her strengths are, and I think she does maximize them. But sometimes maybe the agenting is. I don't want to get too like in the weeds, but nice counter. Sometimes maybe the agenting is off, where they're like, "Oh, we want this match to be this," and it's like it doesn't play to anyone's strengths, not just Charlotte, but whoever her opponent is. That's where they get way off track. I mean,
I think she is like she feels legit, which I think is like an intangible thing that you can't really like like teach somebody, but she always comes off legit to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like left up to her own devices, I think she could always have a good match, basically with anybody. Like she could just leave it up to her, and it's like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Like this is what'll work. But maybe she gets bad direction sometimes.
The thing about it is, I'm not one of these people that thinks that she's only where she is because of who her father is, because that's not entirely correct, and it's not entirely right.
No, they give shit about Ric Flair. Like I don't think that holds any water. Well, they're afraid to fire Charlotte because Rick is going to be mad. They don't give a fuck about Rick.
No, I think what her thing is would she have got the same opportunity that she had if Ric Flair wasn't her father? Probably not. Does she deserve the opportunity regardless of who her father is? Absolutely. Does she get too much because of who her father is? Possibly. I don't. I think she's incredibly talented, and I think that's irrespective of irrespective of her genetics. I just think she just gets put in a pedestal because of it.
I think what got her to the dance, was absolutely the Ric Flair was nepotism, right? Like that's her name means something, but the idea that she's still there, the idea that she's still pushed as hard as she is just because of the Flair name, I think is bullshit, because we've seen how many legacy
Right.
And even guys who are like legacy WWF guys, not even WCW, NWA, whatever legend, like Ted DiBiase and
the only ones that I've ever worked is The Rock.
Cody Rhodes back in the day, right? Like he got nothing. It's just, I don't think that's. And granted, that name is not Flair, but at the same time, it's not like Flair has any clout in the company today.
The only ones that have ever stuck long term were The Rock, Charlotte, and Randy Orton. And The Rock and Orton stayed there because of who their talent was, because of their talent.
Yeah, look who we're talking about. The Rock, Randy Orton.
Charlotte deserved it. Like, Charlotte would never have got the opportunity she did because of who her father was. But
I mean, it's not like we see,
which she absolutely deserved.
Multi-time world champion, like it's just there are limitations to these things, truly.
Oh, our talent has, like, she was talented enough to get to the dance, whether or not she would have got there, and amongst all the rest of them, all the rest of the shit that they've put through NXT sometimes.
The talent's never been the issue for me. It's literally, for me, it's the overexposure and the TV. It's the same as Charlotte for me in 2022. It's the same as it was with Cena in 2012, same with Roman in 2015, 2016. These guys get overexposed week after week after week, and you can't miss somebody if they never go away. That's always been my problem. I don't know what it is.
Jesus, she landed right in her fucking head there.
There's something,
but in the ring, I've got no problem with her at all. I think she's a fantastic wrestler.
I totally get that, and I think I would agree with the overexposure factor if I watch a WWE more than once every 2 months. You know what I mean?
Do you know what doesn't help?
Right.
She's a bit of an asshole. Like, personally,
and there is that.
Seems like an asshole.
She's a wrestler. I mean, they're all assholes. I feel like.
Excuse me, you have not watched Total Divas, Tim.
Natty. Charlotte's kind of an asshole, is what you're saying?
Charlotte's an asshole. Natty's an asshole. Do you know who isn't? Who's come across? I've changed my mind completely on Eva Marie. She's a sweetheart. She's a lovely woman. Season 3. Season 2, season 3. That's the turning point.
I don't know. Stuff like that is just sort of, if we want to talk assholes, I mean, Ronda Rousey is kind of the supreme asshole of the planet. When we get down.
I mean, yeah.
So I sort of like, I kind of put that stuff off. To the side.
That's before the cultural appropriation.
Yeah, right.
Center over the top.
Well, that's a very serious discussion. It's actually taken away from a quite good match.
It has.
Yeah, it's been all right.
Since when do we get that serious on these fucking things?
I know, especially after this many drinks.
Well, I was just trying to diffuse the situation after Tim called Ben a cunt.
Right. Well,
that's
a reason.
And that's why you're the host, Callum.